Is Donald Trump an intellectual? Trust me, I'm like a smart person. I went to an Ivy League school. I'm very highly educated. I know words, I have the best words. And I was a good student. I understand things, I comprehend very well, okay? Better than, I think, almost anybody. I'm a very smart person. You know, I went to the best school.
Number one, I'm not stupid, okay? I can tell you that right now. Just the opposite.
Putin did call me a genius.
People would say I'm the super genius of all time. The super genius of all time. I'm really smart.
I'm smart. I'm like a smart person. I'm like a really smart person.
You know, I'm like a smart person.
I'm a big thinker. I'm a man of great common sense.
I'm one of the smartest people anywhere in the world.
It's true.
I have the best people.
I have the best courses in the world. The thing they most want, you know what? One of the top 10 things? Anything Trump. You believe it? My apartments, my ties, they love me. They love me. I've got the largest bank in the world from China, Chinese bank, the largest in the world, biggest bank in China, is my tenant in one of my buildings. I have so many websites, I have them all over the place. I would build a great wall, and nobody builds walls better than me, believe me. I'm really rich. I'll show you that in a second. I will be the greatest jobs president that God ever created. I tell you that.
So just to finish off, the polls. So they said best in the military and foreign policy. A lot of people think that I'll be the best in jobs by far. I will be the greatest that God ever created, believe me. Best in the economy, by far best in leadership.
Trump steaks are by far the best tasting, most flavorful beef you've ever had. It's the best of the best. When it comes to great steaks, I've just raised the stakes. Trump steaks are the world's greatest steaks, and I mean that in every sense of the word. And as a gift, Trump steaks are the best you can give. You can enjoy the world's greatest steaks in your own home with family, friends, anytime. I understand steaks. It's my favorite food, and these are the best. Even the really dishonest press says Trump's people are the most incredible.
As the New York Times said, we have Monday Night Football type ratings. But even they said that the ratings are like Monday Night Football ratings, and that these are like Bachelor finale. That's their end. When the big deal happened, I have no idea what happened because I'm too busy working on this. Somebody will tell me what happened. I don't want to be nice or unnice, okay? But, I mean, the man can't speak. And he's going to be your president because some people don't love me, maybe. And, you know, all I'm doing is doing my job. Don't forget, before the China plague came in, and it's a China plague, before that came in, we had the best job numbers we've ever had. We had the best economy we've ever had. We had the best stock market we've ever had. I think I am probably, a friend of mine said, you have to be the most perfect person.
They had everybody.
Isn't that true?
We'll take.
I think I am probably the most perfect person.
In less than 2 years, my administration has accomplished more than almost any administration in the history of our country. America's so true. Didn't expect that reaction, but that's okay.
The numbers are terrible.
No, it's
but
fully
we know
expected.
why.
Yeah, it's fully expected. There's no surprise. Everybody knows that. Somebody said, oh, look at this. Well, even the Democrats aren't blaming me for that. But what I can do is I'll bring it back. Look, I created with a lot of great people and with the country, because our country's warriors, and now maybe more than ever, because they're going back to work and they're warriors. We created the greatest economy in the history of the world, best we've ever had, best employment numbers, best stock markets, best number of jobs, in every way, the best economy in the history of the world. We were blowing away China. We were blowing away everybody. We were the envy of the world. We had the strongest economy in the history of the world, the strongest economy we've ever had, and we had to close it, which is artificial. We artificially closed it. Those jobs will all be back, and they'll be back very soon. And next year, we're going to have a phenomenal year. People are ready to go.
Would you show up at the inauguration? Will you?
I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about this. We've done a great job I got more votes than any president in the history of our country. In the history of our country, right? Not even close. 75 million, far more than Obama, far more than anybody. And it was 30 or 35 questions. The first questions are very easy. The last questions are much more difficult. Like a memory question, it's you go person, woman, man, camera, TV. If you get it in order, you get extra points. They said nobody gets it in order. It's actually not that easy, but for me it was easy. And that's not an easy question. In other words, they ask it to you, they give you 5 names and you have to repeat them, and that's okay. If you repeat them out of order, it's okay, but you know, it's not as good. But then when you go back about 20, 25 minutes later and they say, go back to that question, they don't tell you this, go back to that question and repeat them. Can you do it? And you go, person, woman, man, camera, TV. They say, that's amazing. How did you do that? I do it because I have like a good memory, because I'm cognitively there. Nobody has done more for the black community than Donald Trump. And if you look, with the exception of Abraham Lincoln, possible exception, but the exception of Abraham Lincoln, nobody has done what I've done. Criminal justice reform, Obama and Joe didn't do it. I don't even think they tried, because they had no chance at doing it. They might have wanted to do it, but if you had to see the arms I had to twist to get that done, it was not a pretty picture, and everybody knows it, including some very liberal people that cried in my office. They cried in the Oval Office. It makes me sad, because I am the least racist person. I can't even see the audience because it's so dark, but I don't care who's in the audience. I'm the least racist person in this room. Tomorrow, America will celebrate a very important anniversary, the 245th birthday of the United States Army. Unrelated, going to be my birthday also. I don't know if that happened by accident. Did that happen by accident, please? We're sending more to Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia is paying us for it. You know, we're doing something that nobody's ever done. I said to Saudi Arabia, we have a very good relationship with Saudi Arabia. I said, listen, you're a very rich country. You want more troops? I'm going to send them to you, but you've got to pay us. They're paying us. They've already deposited $1 billion in the bank. Before we begin, I've just signed 2 bills that are great for our vets. Our vets are very special. We passed choice, as you know, Veterans Choice and Veterans Accountability. And they've been trying to get that passed for decades and decades and decades, and no president's ever been able to do it, and we got it done, so veterans have choice. Go ahead, please, right here.
President, why do you keep saying that you have Veterans Choice?
Please.
You said that you have Veterans Choice. It was passed in 2014.
Okay, excuse me. Go ahead, please.
But it was a false statement, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much.
Who are your favorite authors?
Well, I have a number of favorite authors. I think Tom Wolfe is excellent.
Did you read Vanity of the Bonfires?
I did not.
It's a phenomenal book.
What book are you reading now?
Well, I'm reading
Bonfire of the Vanities.
I'm reading my own book again because I think it's so fantastic, Tom.
What's the best book you've read beside Art of the Deal?
I really like Tom Wolfe's last book, and I think he's a great author. He's done a beautiful job.
Which book?
His current book. His current book. It's just out.
Bonfire of the Vanities.
Yes, and the man has done a very, very good job. And I really can't hear with his earphone, by the way.